First of all, I'd like to thank my good friend Jan Kreitzer for nominating me for this award. And I'd like to thank the nominating committee for selecting me, because this is one tremendous honor. Probably the greatest honor in my life, but it's just absolutely great. I have a few things to say, and I might leave some people out, but I'm 65 years old, and I'm allowed to do that now, according to what I've been told. First of all, I'd like to thank a fellow by the name of Val Hume. I have to do it to all of you because I've never thanked him. Because I probably didn't realize till I was a young adult that this man influenced my life a lot. He stopped me from playing hockey by introducing me to basketball, and I kind of never looked back after that, but I do have to thank him. And if anyone of you know him, and I know there's a few that do, pass that on to him, and maybe I can someday talk to him before it's too late, I guess. Anyway, I'll go on with some of the things that I have to talk about. Probably the most important thing is that, no one person does this. I was a good basketball player, but I played with some pretty good guys, and they made things a lot very easy for me. In high school, I played with some guys that kept me playing because I did think of quitting. And the story, you hear Glenlawn and you hear Dakota, well, it was almost like I wasn't very welcome at Glenlawn. And thank God they built Dakota, because then I had a high school to go to. And I got the fatal letter saying that my street was the border, and I had to go to Dakota. Well, if you can all imagine, you guys know St. Patel. Paul Avenue is 2 blocks from Glenlawn and 3 miles from Dakota. So I couldn't figure that one out, and I was an unhappy person. I was not happy because all my buddies were playing basketball at Glenlawn. And I remember thinking, boy, this is the worst day of my life. I did not know that that was the best day of my life, because I went to a great school. And I thank my buddies like Jen Kreitzer, Kenny Johannesson, Teddy Stowes, Dave Christensen, and so many of them. They made me stay and play basketball, and I guess I didn't look back after that. I got some other people to thank, because I was pretty cocky coming out of high school. I thought I was pretty good. I remember going to my first Bison practice, and I had a fellow tell me that I couldn't play at university because I played center in high school, and I wouldn't be able to play guard. When I got to the practice, there was only 2 guys taller than me. So why can't I play center or forward? Anyway, I found out why. There was a guy by the name of Eric Bartz there. The first thing I saw is guys were passing to him. Now, this fellow was 6'3", about my height, a little bigger, maybe about half an inch. Without a jump, just turn around and jam it. Just turn around and I go, I can't do that. Okay, I'm in trouble here. And then there was another fellow, they called him Burley. His name was Herb Hannon. He was doing jump shots, but 36 inches off the floor. And I went, I can't do that. So those 2 guys made me work hard. They really did. And I have to thank them for that. They don't even know that, but I have to thank them for that, because they made me a better player because I worked harder. Then during those years, those 5 years, I have to thank Irv again, because he was the opposite guard. I have to also thank another fellow who played high school with me and was a guard with me at the University, Teddy Stowes. Because those guys always guarded the tough opponent. I got the easy one. So it allowed me to do a little bit more, I guess, offensively. And I'd like to thank those 2 guys. Teddy was a pretty good player because he played national team himself. Then I have to thank Ross Wedwick, who just was a great center. We had a reunion about a year and a half ago with all the Bisons, and Ross brought out this thick book, and he flipped through it, and he said, these are all the shots that I took. And he said, 1 game. Now, I'll never forget 1 game, but he forgot to mention that he got every rebound. And he was good. It was a good rebound. There's another fellow that played there, Bobby Town, who I think is a member of the Sports Hall of Fame. Bobby made it easy, because somebody said about me passing. I was not known for my passing. I just know that I could throw the ball anywhere near Bob, and it could be 10 feet above his head, it could be 40 feet to the side, but he'd always catch it. He made you look good, and that helped. When you have players like that playing with you, it was pretty easy. And I thank you guys. And I'm not here by myself, I'm here with a group of you. Now, basketball has been a good vehicle for me to meet people. And I've been in BC for the last 30 years, and I've met a lot of people through the vehicle of basketball. And my good friend John Gerber and I played in the Masters League in Burnaby for, John, 10 years. And we met a lot of good people. We did a lot of good things and did a lot of good trips, and it was fun. But I have to say one thing before I go here, because I'm talking too long, sorry. But I do have to say I'd like to thank my good friends over the last few years, Brian Kinley, Ralph Schoenfeld, and a few people that sort of stuck with me, kept me on the straight and narrow. But most importantly, I'm here today and I'm alive because I have to thank my wife. Because it's the only reason I'm alive today. Because before I met her, I had bad habits. And I would not be here without her. And I'd like to thank you all, and I'd like to thank the Manitoba Sports Hall of Fame. Thank you.